This week on Wildcat News, we discuss the stresses that teachers face.
We attend the Reality of Money event.
And we meet the photographers sitting in our classrooms.
All these stories and more are coming up because Wildcat News starts now.
Good morning, West Johnston. I'm Hannah Creech.
And I'm Mason Butcher. The amount of stress within the school system has grown substantially, especially among teachers. Landry Connors reports.
According to the American Federation of Teachers, educators reported to be stressed at work about 61% of the time. American history teacher Wesley Bradford says the biggest stress is motivating students.
Just like with any job, there's positives and negatives. You just got to focus on the positives. But some of the stresses, I guess one of the biggest ones would be motivating those that otherwise don't want to be here. That was eye-opening my first year teaching. I just assumed every kid wants to graduate and wants to do well in school. So a major stress is motivating those who are otherwise not motivated.
World history teacher Colleen Bonner is a first-year AP teacher. She believes that this has contributed to her high stress level.
I go home every night and I'm worried, did I do a good enough job with them today? And I will stay up until like 1 or 2 a.m. sometimes just trying to make a lesson plan work, because if I can't understand it, I can't teach it to somebody else.
Physics teacher Robert Cawthorn explains how he deals with stress and what makes it pay off.
I don't hold on to it, because if I do, it's going to affect the way that I treat anyone else I run into. So I've learned over the years to let it go and not go back and pick it up. Every time that I hear of a student that is doing really well, or a student comes back and compliments me, I've had one tell me that I was one of a few teachers that really prepared her for college, that things I did in the classroom made her more ready for college.
Bradford, Bonner, and Cawthorn all believe that the stress is worth it.
I feel like I'm making a difference instead of sitting in a cubicle. I could be making, $60,000, $70,000 in a cubicle somewhere, but I'd rather be here.
It's the best job in the world. It drives you nuts. You're completely exhausted. You make no money, and sometimes you get treated like garbage by people, but it's still the best job in the world.
I enjoy even sometimes the stressful stuff. I enjoy it, because if it weren't for that, then I really couldn't enjoy the good moments.
I'm Landry Connors, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Landry. A new event took place last week as a way to show students how to properly manage their money. Miranda Bean reports.
On Wednesday, April 11th, personal finance and civics and economics students attended the Reality of Money event. It was a simulation that turned the students into 25-year-old, wage-earning, bill-paying adults who had to try to navigate life with a given profile. They had to remain within their budgets based off of their career and salary. Career Development Coordinator Deborah Burns helped to organize the event and shares how it displayed the reality of money.
Most students right now, their parents are paying for everything. Their parents may even be paying for their college education when they leave high school. But when they suddenly are out on their own, they don't know how to manage their money. They don't realize that, hey, I'm going to get a job and I'm going to be making $25,000 or $30,000 a year, and that just sounds like a lot of money. But when it comes down to it and they've got to pay for somewhere to live, they've got to pay for a car to drive, they've got to pay for food, then they realize real quick that their money doesn't last that long.
An overwhelming 83% of teens admit to not knowing much about personal finance, according to a new study by ING Direct. The study shows that 35% of teens want to learn how to save, and 28% know that managing a budget is important and want to learn the required skills. Freshman Shelby Brooks attended the program and explains her favorite moments.
My favorite part was at the end, ending with money still for being safe. I learned not to make fun of your parents for being careful when spending, not to say, why don't we buy this, or why don't we buy name brand of this, because they're just doing it to be safe for the future.
Brooks talks about the many things she learned from the event and what her hopes are for others.
You have to pay for many things when you grow up, like when you're older. You have to pay for life responsibilities, and even if you have children, you have more responsibilities, which is more money. I think this was a great thing for students to go to, because there aren't many resources that tell you how to do it, but this definitely helped me learn how to do it.
Burns' goal is to have an event like this every semester, from now on, for all students.
I think this event is something that every student should go through before they graduate from high school. I think a lot of them learned yesterday a lot of life lessons, and they won't forget, you know, that, hey, it doesn't pay to be a high school dropout. It doesn't pay to have a child and not be able to support that child. You know, I didn't think about all these expenses.
I'm Miranda Bean, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Miranda. Photography is a growing interest among teenagers. Caroline Carlson sits down with students who appreciate the visual art.
To junior Caitlin Pendergraph, pictures are visual memories. She thinks photographs are completely different from anything else, and it makes them so much more meaningful and impactful.
I think photography is more of a in-the-moment kind of thing. You can't really plan unless it's like staged photography. But if you're just taking pictures, you can't really plan for what you're about to get. It just kind of happens. And with other forms of art, I feel like you plan ahead of time what you're trying to create.
Junior Dakota Beavers got interested in photography when she got her first professional camera for her 12th birthday. She believes that taking pictures are a way to show who she is.
Different people have different ways of expressing themselves. Like some people may express themselves through like music, or like through painting or art, or like dance, like all the different arts. But in photography, you can like capture things that mean the most to you. Like you may capture pictures of like your friends, or like of the sunrise because that's like important to you, or like different places you've been, and it's like a way to express yourself and like what makes you happy.
People have told Pendergraph that careers in photography are not successful, but that doesn't stop her.
I want to do something I really enjoy. I don't want to not like my job, and I feel like with every single part of photography, I enjoy every single part of it. I like taking pictures, I like talking to people, and I like editing pictures. There's not a part of photography that I don't enjoy.
Beavers wants to be a photographer for National Geographic. She thinks this will bring her many opportunities to do new things while doing what makes her happy.
You get to go different places and try different things, and like you get to capture all those moments through a camera instead of just like memories. Like you actually get to look at that picture and be like, oh, that was a good day. I did this, this, and this, and I like miss that.
Beavers believes that sometimes people miss out when they let certain things in life go unnoticed, but she likes to take advantage of them.
Like things you overlook every day, like the sunrise, or like even flowers, or like just laughing with friends. Like if you take pictures of that, you overlook all of that, but then you capture it because it's like the little things.
I'm Caroline Carlson, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Caroline. Now let's head over to Grayson Betts with the rundown.
I'm Grayson Betts and welcome to the rundown. Here's the last week's scores. Last Tuesday, varsity softball won 4-3 and varsity baseball won 5-3 against South Johnston. Wednesday, varsity baseball won 14-4 against Knightdale, and girls varsity soccer won 3-2 against Cleveland. Thursday, varsity baseball lost 9-3 and varsity softball won 7-3 against South Johnston. Friday, varsity soccer won 2-0 against Pine Forest. Now for the game of the week.
Last Thursday, varsity baseball hosted the South Johnston Trojans. Second baseman Landon Evans fields a ground ball and throws a shortstop to end the inning. Catcher Peyton Richards fields a bunt and throws the runner out at first. Right fielder Connor Ford catches a fly ball to end the inning. Josh Harlow makes a diving effort to get the runner out at first. The Wildcats lost 9-3.
Two varsity basketball players get the chance to play for the same college team next year. Mason Butcher reports.
Seniors Jalen and Jakem Graham got the opportunity to play basketball at Methodist University together. Jalen explains why he thought they would both be an asset to colleges.
I figured that was going to happen because I feel like when most people are looking for like a prospect and they can get two for one, kind of like a combo deal, then they'll take it.
Jakem looks forward to the advantages of playing on the same team as his twin brother.
I literally know I might have someone on the court that I could talk about the game of when I get home. So that's pretty cool. And I'm glad I get to carry that on until college. Even though we're not rooming together, he'll still be like right down the hall somewhere. So I feel like that's pretty cool.
Jakem has big hopes for his future after Methodist.
First, I hope I could go to college. Well, I'm already going to college, but go to Methodist. Do what I got to do academically first. Become a success on the court. I'm trying to do that in less than 2 years, make a name for myself at Methodist, and see where I could go from there. I really want to try playing overseas. I feel like at Methodist that's really achievable. So,
education comes first for Jalen.
For the most part, I'm just utilizing basketball as a tool to like gather my education and get it. So I'm just using basketball to further myself in life. But if the opportunity presents itself, then I'll take it. But for now, I'm just focusing on my education.
Thanks, Mason. Tonight, tennis is home, soccer is away, and softball is away. Tomorrow, baseball is away, soccer is home, and softball is away. Monday, soccer is home for senior night. Tuesday, baseball is home and softball is home. Come out and support your spring athletes. I'm Grayson Betts, and that's your week's rundown.
Thanks, Grayson. Seniors are beginning to decide on their college of choice. Emma Pollard discovers where they're headed.
As a senior, what are your plans for after high school, and what are you most excited for?
My plans after high school is go to JCC first, transfer to university, get my degree in music. I guess what I'm most excited about is just exploring the real world, seeing how life is, and seeing how it works for myself.
I'm going to Meredith College, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited to meet new people and experience new things and just kind of venture out into the world.
I'm going to NC State, and I'm most excited to start my major in ag business because I really love working with animals, and I'm excited to live on my own.
My plans are to go to NC State and do their ROTC program and come out an aviation officer so I can fly helicopters.
But my plans after high school are to attend Methodist University and get my degree in information technology. What am I excited about? Being on my own, and I get to play basketball, and my mom doesn't tell me what to do anymore.
Thanks, Emma.
Well, that's all for us this week. If you have any comments, questions, or story leads, email us at wjstudentmedia@gmail.com or send us a tweet at wjstudentmedia.
And if you want to watch Wildcat News at home, on the go, or catch up on past episodes, go to wjstudentmedia.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Hannah Creech.
And I'm Mason Butcher. Thanks for watching and have a great week.